Alright, so game 4, and I'm versing Shane. Hey, Shane. Take us through your list, man.
Alright, so I've got a Chappie riding a Redeemer with 5 Thunderhammer Solution Tyranids. I got myself a Hunter. I got myself a 10-man Dev Squad. 2 Land Speeders right here. Empty Rhino belongs to the Dev Squad. Another Rhino with the 10-man Tax Squad. Vindicator, some Scouts, and then I've got a Drop Pod for Tax Squad.
Alright, and infiltrating genies and the swarm. And Shane very graciously helped me set it all up. Alright, and are you going to try and seize? Go for it. I'll get it on camera this time.
Oh, you bastard. You didn't get it.
Alright, sit. Alright, so game 4, another day, and another Space Marine. So this one after talking to Shane, because I was trying to guess what chapter it was, and I'll just get into it here. You see, it's a red chapter, or it's at least painted red, and I initially guessed Blood Angels, no, maybe Ultramarines, all that. No, it's Imperial Fists. So I dubbed them Confused Marines. And I kept on singing Confused Marines, the theme of Spider-Man. So it was like, Confused Marines, Confused Marines. Anyway, I don't need to do dad singing right now. So this one is a bit more elite of a Space Marine list. Lesser troops. Well, not lesser troops, sorry. Less amount of troops, I believe. It was... what was it, like 30 Space Marines or something like that, and a couple of Scouts, some tanks, and a few Thunderhammer Storm Shield guys. And so with me setting up, and actually this mission, it was the Relic, that's right, and this favoured me heavily. This mission, it was, and the because I got to pick the side for terrain. You can see there, just underneath my Harpy, is the Pyrovore. And so I managed to have most of my army enshrouded for at least 2 turns. Especially with the Relic. Like, where the Relic is and to where my Venomthrope is about 8 inches. So almost always did I have the Relic holder shrouded. And then maybe even in area terrain. So it was fantastic. So... layout of the map, the mission itself, and just me rolling off the side to pick the sides, and I picked I think the right side, meant that almost every turn of the game I had the Relic either on a Termagant or eventually on the Tervagon, and then once the Tervagon dies, I throw it to the Hormagaunts, and that's eventually where it stays with. This one here, my game plan is just push forward, get into combat turn 2, and just stay in combat forever until the game finishes and I've got the Relic. That's literally game plan. I was a bit worried with this Land Raider Redeemer because I wasn't sure how to deal with it, because my Hive Tyrant had to turn around and go back to deal with those bloody Space Marines in the drop pod that's landed there. So I said, stuff it, I'll throw my Harpy in and try and kill it. And guess what? I did. It was it like 2 pens and a glance, something like that. I couldn't believe it. I actually hit with all 3, and I was just very, very happy. The Pyrovores in this, I know Pyrovores get a bad rap, and I'm the first one to say they're not particularly that useful. But in this game, as well as some of the other games, they were kind of useful. And I think they're only going to ever be useful in like comp events, because the way you kind of run them is either you get them to people to shoot them, like, you know, put targets on the head saying shoot me, and then they not waste the shot, but they use their shots to try and take it down. Or you use it as like a backfield, like I did here, cover. So if they drop behind you, then you turn around and you got now 2 heavy flamers. Or if they drop near you, like in the other game against Deathwing, a Deathwing army. Ones they weren't instant killed. Like there was one that got instant killed, but the other one went forward, flamed, and then even got to charge. Did a wound on the charge with his bite attack, and then killed another guy with acid blood. It's not bad, you know. Like it can be useful. I don't know if it's going to be a mainstay in every army, but anyway. Here, so once I killed the big land raider, and Thunderhammer Storm Shield jumped out, kills my harpy without too much trouble, which is disappointing. You'd think a harpy could cause some damage. Anyway, my Broodlord and a bunch of Gene Stealers now want to go into that squad, and this is Captain Amazing coming up here. So the sergeant of this Thunderhammer Storm Shield, I don't know if he personally was responsible for killing the harpy. I like to imagine he was, but he kills off the Broodlord in a challenge, and that slingshots, and because they won that combat, they slingshot up now to the relic holder, which is my Tervagon. And again, see my Hive Tyrant's back there. He's still dealing with that stupid drop pod and all that type of stuff. So right now, I want my Hive Tyrant to be up here in the middle, smacking things around. But I have to deal with the stuff in my backfield. So eventually, and that's one of the weaknesses of this list. So this is why I got the comp I got and all that, because it does move fast, but it doesn't hit. Like, you know, I'm in combat for 4 or 5 game turns with 30 gaunts against like 6 Marines or 5 Marines, and I kill like 1 a turn. It's crazy. Anyway, so here coming up, I'm throwing everything at these. Was it like the Warlord and 2 or 3 last Hammonators, and then passing all the saves. Like the Tervagon is trying to smash attack them to kill them. They're not interested. They're making up their 3+ save, 3+ invulnerables. Hive Tyrant here goes for the charge, and I think he actually fails it by 1 inch this turn. Tervagon dies. Yeah, that's right. So I failed my charge by 1 inch. Tervagon dies, and then my next turn, I finally make it in. I challenge, and I'm looking to challenge his Warlord, but no, it's Mr. Sergeant who kills off the Broodlord, and has probably killed a harpy as well as a Tervagon, knowing him. He goes, yeah, I'll accept that challenge. I'm now in. So this is a Hive Tyrant with 2 Scything Talons, adrenal glands, all that type of craziness. I've charged in. I've caused 6, 7 wounds, something like that. I can't remember. He passes all his 3+ invulnerable saves. Next round of combat, and he causes 2 back at me. Next round, because I'm concussed, he causes another 1 wound, and he makes another 3 invulnerable saves. And then the very last turn, so we went toe to toe for 3 rounds of combat. I kill him, and then he kills me. King of the Terminators. Anyway, so by the end of it, I still had the relic on one of my Hormogaunts, and the game ended. I think we got to turn 6, and that was the end of the game. And I managed to get the win. I think I won by like 7 points, something like that. Or no, maybe even 5. And the major was at 4 points. It was something like that. Got the major, but a really, really fun game. And just that Terminator Captain.